Hi guys, Harry Otis here, professional trader for 20 years now. Started my career in 2005 and still alive in 2026. So today, this little red nothing candle here is May 27th, Wednesday on the chart of the S&P 500. So basically a nothing day. Okay, the market is still big, it's still strong. Okay, so basically what we said yesterday is holding true. Okay, nothing has really changed. I suspect that this market gets bid up until the end of the month, which is this Friday. So I think we have 2 more days of up to go at least, and then after we'll see. So before we get to markets, market is still bid and what went on today. I think today the main event would be going over the trades that we have mentioned here on YouTube for the past couple of weeks to a month, and we'll see how they're faring. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about the technical picture. It's still bullish, new highs. You have nothing to worry about here. Okay, the technical picture is still very, very strong. However, yesterday we mentioned that we have negative divergence on the charts. The market is going up while the RSI is not making new highs. Okay, so that is a warning sign. We might have to go down first before things get recycled before the next up move. However, I'm still bullish for the next 2 days. I think the market gets bid, and maybe the beginning of next week as well. Okay, so technically speaking, bullish sentiment. Again, we're greed, but barely into it. Yes, the momentum is greedy because we finished at all-time highs, but other sub-indices are still at fear, especially the breadth, which is a positive sign. Okay, so but the put-call ratio is still there. It's still too many call buyers out there. Okay, so yet one thing we didn't look at is the VIX. Okay, because it ties in to the sentiment. It's one of the 5 sub-indices or 6 sub-indices of the fear and greed index is the VIX. Volatility is 16. It's still fairly high. We can still go higher. Look, we went as low as 13s and 15s. It's still above 15, which is, I think, between 15 and 10 is a very, very low. Okay, so we're still there. So a couple more updates should bring it back down to that 15 level, maybe. We'll see. So we're still fairly strong. On the VIX, it's not purely exhausted. We're not at extremes yet. And we can see it here. We're not really at extremes. We're just at greed, nothing really at the extreme greed. And the fact that it's mixed, again, it's bullish. Okay, the fact nobody knows what's going on. It would be very, very weird, not weird, but very, very like red flaggy. It would be a red flag if we were at extreme greed and everything here was extreme greed or greed. Then everything is on one side. Then we start to worry as bulls. But the fact that everything is mixed is a great bullish sign. People are still fearing this market. And we said before, this is a very, very strong market. I'm willing to buy any pullback. It hasn't happened yet, but we're still looking to buy. Okay, so today what happened? Market is still bid. What's the big news of the day? Let's move into it. It's oil. Oil prices fall more than 5% after Rubio says U.S. will give Iran talks every chance to succeed. So again, we said the Iran war was good. Good as done. So here we have U.S. oil today down 4.3%. Okay, it's still hovering there. I still don't believe this Rubio thing. Okay, again, we're going to reiterate what happens with oil. Okay, oil is going to stay around the $100 level. Maybe it's at 89.50 now. Maybe it goes up when there's like some kind of like, I don't know, Israel attacks more. Something happens in the Strait of Hormuz, however. But this all the news so far is good towards the Strait of Hormuz. I suspect it goes lower. And today we had 3 oil shorts in different series and different ways to short it. And today, because it went down, one of my oil shorts got covered. Okay, so we about a month ago we shorted the here we shorted. Won't let me go higher. Okay, we shorted the 190 call. Okay, last month, and it expires this June. Okay, expired June 18th, and we did it for about $3, and now we covered it at 40 cents. Okay, so one of the shorts that we had going, which was a naked call, we short a naked call at 190, is done. But it was a small position. I still have the 2 bigger positions are spreads. Okay, I shorted the USO 135, 125 call spreads, that expire in, I think it was one is on October and one is in January. We still have those working for us, and we got it at a good price. Okay, so we're still working most of our oil shorts, and we covered one of the shorts. Okay, if it ever pops back up into this area in the highs, I'm going to short the 190s again, probably the next month expiry. Okay, so let's go over some of the trades. Some of the trades that we did, how are they faring? Okay, first of all, we had a Tesla trade. Okay, here we had Tesla. We shorted the calls at 465, and we had it at 325. It was a strangle that we put in right around here. Okay, right after the earnings. We went after earnings, so we didn't get the full volatility premium on it. However, we wanted to be certain. We didn't know what would happen during the earnings. So afterwards, the prices were still very elevated, and we shorted a strangle that was a 325, 465. Okay, it was an expected move strangle. So what happened as it was moving up? We rolled up our put to 365 because he was testing our call. 365, and now today I rolled it up again to 395. This expires next month. Okay, like in 3 weeks. Okay, so as long as it stays here, we're going to make money. We've collected about a $15 in credits doing this, and I will look to get rid of these trades that we're doing right here, these triangles, because they expire next month. So I'll probably look to get rid of them by Friday or next week at the latest. Okay, so far we're still profitable on this Tesla. It's still within our range. Okay, so Tesla looking good so far. We also did a lot of the SaaS companies. Remember, we did the Shopify. When it dropped here, when Shopify dropped at this level, we shorted a naked $90 put. Okay, I don't know why I don't have it here. We shorted the $90 put. Won't let me do it. Okay. Shorted a put at $90, and now this is well within, we're realizing more than 50% profit on this trade, and we're probably going to close it very soon. And we did it when it was coming down right here, like around May 15th, so like 2 weeks ago. Okay, so it's in the money. I expect the market to go up for the next 2 days, so I probably will be covering it on Friday. Okay, so Shopify, that SaaS trade is doing good. The other SaaS trade that we had going on was ServiceNow. Remember, we sold a put spread, 85. We sold the 85 put and we bought back the 80 put. We did it for about $1.70, and now this is looking very, very well. We did it when it was trading around here, around the 85 level. So we shorted like a slightly out of the money spread. And because it was overdone, because we said that the SaaS companies as the price was going down, the RSI was going up, they were showing positive divergence. So here, and they're looking very, very good. It looks like they're washed out. This is going to be profitable too. I suspect the market is bid for the next 2 days, so we'll cover this again in the next 2 days, maybe the next week at the latest, depending on the profit. The profit is more than 50%, so I should be covering it. Okay, and looking for another trade. So far, our SaaS trades that have rebounded from these lows are in the money and looking very good. And the other trade that we're looking at that we like a lot, this space we mentioned yesterday, is the AI repurposed space. Okay, MARA now is the Bitcoin miners are terrible businesses as Bitcoin miners, but as AI infrastructure plays, they're pretty good. And as you can see, once MARA switched to an AI infrastructure play, nothing but higher highs and higher lows. Okay, we when it was around here, we bought the 10-15 call spread, and we're still holding shares long from an option structure that we did around these levels. Okay, I wanted to be long MARA, so I still have shares, a combination of shares and the 10-15 call spread that is almost printing. We should get out of it very, very soon. We're almost about to get hit. Okay, I suspect that the market gets bid for the next 2 days. I'm going to say it forever until the 2 days are over. So that's why I'm expecting to get a little bit more of a bid here, and they expire next month. So I'm going to probably get out of it very, very soon. So MARA is doing good. Clean Spark is the one that have less of a position. It looks to be the strongest one. It came from $8 to 18, more than double. So this is looking much better than MARA, but I have a longer term call option, just a straight up call option on this at the 19 level. Okay, so but it's very small. It's a smaller position. Too bad. I wish it was bigger. Okay, but I still like the theme of the AI repurposed Bitcoin miners. Okay, so far all of our trades are making money. They're printing. We're doing very, very well, except Intel. Ta-ta-ta-tan. Okay, remember Intel here? We did an earnings trade. We sold the 55 put and the 88 call. Okay, and this is what it is right now, because we had to, like, as it was ripping in our face, we had the worst case scenario. It was ripping in our face. Okay, so we had to roll up the call. Okay, so let's put it here. Let's just move this here. Okay, we first started with 88. That hasn't moved. An 88 put, and this is the call. We had it at 45 or 55, something like that. I can't really remember. Okay, but as it ripped in our face, we moved this put up to 70. We rolled it up to 70, kept ripping in our face. As it was going higher, we put it into 80. All this time we're collecting credits, by the way. Okay, we're collecting. Okay, and then finally here, as it's moving around here, I can't remember when I did it exactly, maybe around these levels, but I moved this put to inverted. So we have an inverted. Let's put this a little bit clearer so you guys can see it. We have an inverted strangle, which is bad. It's losing. Okay, we have it at 88. We haven't moved the call. Still at the original price, but the put now is up here. So we sold the put, sold the call. We've locked in a $2 loss, 90.88. A $2 loss, but we've collected about $8 something, $8.50 in credit. Okay, any move down here, I like this. I mean, the semiconductors are very, very strong. Okay, look at this powerful move. We've noted yesterday that there's a negative divergence. I'm waiting for it to play out, for it to go down before I start making a move and trying to cover and mitigate my Intel. It's all because of MU here. MU is like the leader of the pack here. But if you look, Intel is a much crappier corporation. Okay, this Intel, every other semiconductor stock is printing money. Yes, Intel finally got profitable here, but this is on a non-GAAP basis. They made 27 cents. They should have lost 79. Okay, it was a non-GAAP basis move. However, it could be a turnaround. I just don't think so. I think this is the worst of the lot. That's why I decided to enter a strangle on it. So if it looks here that it's forming a double top, a lower high. And if it ever goes lower, I will be able to cover it around here. I will probably take, my options here expire on Friday. So I expect to take possession of the short call. Okay, the put will expire with us in the short call. And so I'm going to be short shares, and I'm going to be doing covered puts, not covered calls. It's the opposite. As the shares, as I'm holding shares, I will be shorting puts into it to cover. And each time, if it goes down, I'll probably maybe short the 100 put for maybe $3, $4, $5, whatever it is. Because right now, my break even here is 96.50. Okay, so let's just, I guess we can mark it 96.50. Let's mark it here. That would be a nice break. That's just a break even point. So if it ever goes down there, cleaning up the chart. If it ever goes around here, maybe the 100 level mark, if I can get short put, because I'll be short, I'll cover it at 100. I don't care. I'll lose a little bit, but I could even short a put at 100 for like maybe $5 to make it a profitable trade. Who knows? I'll have to see as it goes, because I don't want to be short this sector. Okay, I'm waiting for a pullback, and I'm trying to get long, not Intel. I will not go long Intel. I'll go long something else. But so far, this is the loser, and because we went small, it's not really destroying us at all. But this is the worst case scenario, and we're trying to mitigate it. Okay, so that's it, guys. These are all the recaps of our trades. We have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 winners so far, and 1 loser on Intel. On the trades that we mentioned on the YouTube channel, we have other trades that we don't really talk about specifics, but my number 1 trade so far, guys, is the gold sector and gold miners. And we also mentioned yesterday that gold was getting ready to be exhausted and getting ready to be bought. Okay, tune in for that yesterday. So today, that's a recap of what happens. I suspect the market is going to be bid for the next 2 days, and maybe the negative divergence that we see here on the RSI and the MACD will play out going forward, and we start getting some kind of down move, okay, which will be great, wash out some more people, but I will be looking to buy into that down move. But so far, guys, this market is super strong, and you should be going with it, okay? Hence our net long position with some shorts, okay? Later, guys.